Year, and this is the first live episode that I'm doing. And I like to share with you what I have answered recently pretty often, some question. And a lot of us actually feel like we called to do something different in our existing industries. And I actually figure out that most of my Power One framework clients, they are so. Basically, you feel like God has called you to do something different in your existing industries. So, for example, that one of my clients, Michelle Mays, that she is a luxury wedding planner in New York, and God has called her to do a very different way. As a wedding planner, as a luxury wedding planner, and in her industries. And we also have like another client is Sharon Hamilton, that she is a owner of a boutique real estate agent. And God called her to do a very different the set have a different set of mission and values and for her industry as well. And we have more a lot of a case study. Actually, you can go to powerofoneframework.com/benchmark, and you can see a lot of case study there. But today I want to share with you the four must that you four things that you must have if you feel called to do new things in your industry. Okay, the first thing is, as a Christian entrepreneur, you gotta have faith. And when I say you gotta faith, what I mean is you need to seek confirmation from the Lord, especially this is not a small thing that you about to do, maybe revolutionize that in your industry, right? And we are in a very interesting season in this time in the world, pretty much. And on top of a very new sets of challenges, but also new sets of great things, they both are happening. So if you feel God has called you to do a new things, the first thing I want you to have is I want you to have faith, and I want you to have basically see God's confirmation. When I say have faith, meaning you need to fill up your spirit man. You cannot be half empty or half full. I don't care, whatever half is half. No, you need to build yourself up with God's word. And secondly, you need to have is I need you to then count your cost. I know often this is not very often that in the Christian world that we talk about. A lot of people just teach that, well, just blindly believe and then things will drop on my laps. No, after God asks you to do, you know, new things, be a pioneer and trailblazer in your industry, is a huge thing. And you need to count your cost. What I mean by that is it can be mentally, your mental bandwidth, relationally, how that look like with your family members, with I call them your shareholders, how you look like you financially, how you look like in spiritually, how you look like in the time, because everybody only got 24 hours. So I want you to put this everything down in the paper and bring it into the throne room. Talk to Jesus about this, because Jesus is a very good businessman. I often jokingly say, but pretty serious about he's Jewish. He's very good at this. So if you haven't invited him come to your business meeting, it's about time, right? Um, Basically, bring this as a balance sheet to him and ask God, say, hey, you want me to do these new things, but I have a question about how I handle my family relationship dynamic, how to handle my current business or my finance, how do I handle my energy level and time management, all that. Okay, that's number two. Number three, then you need to seek accountability and support group, because let's face it, when you're gonna do something new in the existing industry, meaning you put a new thing in the old environment, what you're gonna face, you likely gonna face is resistance. Not only resistance from the from the outside, the people gonna look at you that really what you gonna do? Also, the resistance from inside yourself. You're gonna find yourself that doubt yourself. You're gonna find yourself there are days that you don't feel like to do it. You're gonna feel like, I'm not so sure I heard God right. Have you been there? Therefore, you need to find a group can hold you accountable and also at the same time can support you to move forward, can call you out, say, you are off the track now, or say when feel like a face palm down and feel the challenge, you can have somebody to tell you it's okay, you can do this. Okay. And the fourth thing is you're gonna need to be able to be equip the new knowledge, new skills, and new strategies to be execute the new. What do I mean by that? A lot of times, right, when we talk about, Christian, we love to talk about, it's a new season, I'm gonna do the new thing. You know what exactly that mean though? That mean everything you're gonna have to start to think differently. Because how we will do differently is because stem from how we think differently. So how can you think differently if you continue hanging out with the same group of people that you don't see to be broaden your horizon of the perspectives? It's very difficult for you to be execute the new. You see, when God dropped that word on you, say, I want you to do something new in your industry, then that is a seed, right? You gonna now have to steward that seed all the way to the harvest. In between, that's we need to add nutrients, we need to protect against the bugs and the weather, and all the way to harvest. The management of the harvest. This process, everything is gonna be new. So you have to be able to execute the new only when you are equipped for that. Does this make sense? So I want to recap for you today. If you are one of those leaders that you feel that you are called to do the new things in your industry, can be it's maybe change the system, maybe take an initiative, new initiative or something, then I want you to remember these four things, okay? Again, number one, you gotta feed your face up and you gonna see confirmation, a couple of confirmation before you take action, okay? However, on the flip side, don't overthink it. After you got a confirmation, you need to move on because I always say God is much bigger than our mistake. That say, if you did take that one step further and in the end you make a mistake, it's not God did not say that or God say differently. But often I found out is God will still reward you upon your obedience, because in the Bible we know very clearly that God honors the heart. Okay, so now again, step one, you have to have faith and get confirmation. Number two, you need to count your cost. You need to put that balance sheet out, not just finance, but relation wise, mental bandwidth wise, energy level wise. Basically, 360-degree, really have a good look, zoom out, not just zoom in, zoom out, and put everything and bring it to the Lord. Have a meeting, say, teach me how I balance this. Number three is you need to have accountability and support group. You cannot be in this journey alone. Don't be fooled by that, okay? Because we are just normal people, meaning we are the people God want to do extraordinary things to us. That is true. Therefore, we're gonna need support. We're gonna need to be held accountable. When the times that we make mistake, we have somebody call us out to help us, to guide us back to the right track. When the time that we feel like so difficult, cannot move on another step, we have the group to say, hey, you are doing okay. You can go on, right? Number four is you're gonna have to be equipped for the new. You cannot execute in the old way of thinking and doing things for this new type of harvest that God is preparing you to have. Is this helpful? And if this helpful, can I ask you a favor? Share this video with somebody, some leaders that you care. Because what I found is in the Power of One framework, our hybrid group coaching is such a strong communities that people, they are leaders, they are called to do new things in the industry. We have a real estate leaders. We have leaders in wedding planning industry. We have leaders that original in Hollywood and now are doing a very different thing. God called him Craig to do a kingdom vision architect as a kingdom vision architect. How cool is that? For Christian entrepreneurs. And we have more and more, we have a whole lot of people doing that. I just invite you to go powerofoneframework.com/benchmark. You can see a lot of case study, or you can go to masterclass. Both places will help you that you will be able to access a free masterclass. So you will be able to see what is the gap for you between where you are now to where that God is call you to become that pioneer or trailblazer for your industry. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.